to simplify the question, I have to use what I have to use to detect collision in Unity. So I will use colliders, rigid bodies, collision detection, and layers and metrics. So colliders, I will implement colliders in game objects which I want to collide with the other object where I have already implemented colliders. And the second is rigid bodies. I have to use realistic physics, so I will have to add rigid bodies to collide game objects. And the other one is collision detection by using Unity's collision method, like on collision enter, which we can use to react when collision occurs. And another thing is layer and matrix. So using layer and matrix to control which thing collides to other object which have a particular layer or matrix. And the difference between trigger and collider is the next question. So collider, what it does, checks for physical collision, and trigger acts like a zone that triggers an event but doesn't stop the object, but a collider can stop the object. If I use trigger, I will just trigger like the object has passed a particular zone, and but it will not stop. And for like in collider, like example, keeps a character from passing through each other, and in trigger, triggers are checkpoint without blocking the player, but in collider you can block the player. And the next question is detecting collision without Unity tools. So according to me, like we can use grids, like divide the game area into a grid and see which grid have multiple overlays, like overlapping of game objects, like which grid cells objects are in, and check for overlap. And like I will create another thing like bounding boxes, create boxes around objects and check if they overlap. These are the things I'm going to apply if I don't use anything like collider, rigid body, or collision detection for checking collision. That's it. Thank you.